Damn, that hat looks good. Looks all right. Looks good. It matches. Hey Barbie, good evening. How you doing, sweetie? You good? Just listening to something in the background real quick. That's absolutely true, Barbie. There isn't enough time in a day. But you know what? I make use of the time that I do have, whether it's to rest, recover, rejuvenate, do something, say something, hang out with somebody, do something for somebody. The days go by so fast when you're older. When I was younger, man, I used to pray for shit to come fast and to do things and get out of school. And now it's like, it's already almost time to go to sleep. And I feel like I mean, every day that goes right, it goes by like, it is like, as long as it goes right for me, I'm fine. If it's a bad day, then obviously, you know, it's not good. But it definitely goes much faster as you get older. I noticed that. That's something I definitely noticed as I got older. And when I had a 9 to 5 job 20 years ago, before I started my business, I was still working 8 to 5 or 7 to 7, whatever I was working. I always found the days dragged by too. But now that I've been on my own for 20 years, it's like, okay, cool. I'm good. I ain't got to worry about how the days go by. I ain't got to worry about shit. And then when I do start to do something, do a project, it goes by so fast. I'm like, shit, I ain't got enough time to do this. So it's like, it's kind of a difference, but not a difference. It's so annoying, you know? But you know what they say, what doesn't get done today will get done tomorrow. And just keep, doing what you got to do. That's all you can do. But yeah, day by day, we'll get there. Hey, Tanya, steak was great. I had baked potato with some butter on it and some salt and pepper. Had some steak sauce with the steak, and I had mushrooms too. It was delicious. It was really good. And then I had a brownie cookie for dessert and an iced tea. Oh, nice. Yeah, I put the mushrooms. I put butter, regular butter, and like the marinade from the steak. I put it right on the actual um like the leftover marinade that's in the plate. I pour it on the mushrooms, and then I dip the mushrooms in the steak sauce sometimes. I had roast. Speaking of roast beef, I had roast beef. I had roast beef when Tuesday or Wednesday, I think. I can't remember. I think it was Wednesday. I had roast beef. My mom made it, and then what was I gonna say? I had some leftover and I cut it all up and gave it to Flipper. And he's been eating it for the past 3 days. And then I cut the rest of it up and I left it out there in a container for midnight if he comes by. So I have to turn on my camera actually.
I've just got my hands.
Oh, shut up. Um, I gotta turn on my camera to see if he comes by. I actually can't see that angle, but yeah, I put some food out there for him. Leftover potatoes and roast beef. Yeah, the turkey Sammy. Good. Mama's a kit you bought in there. But it came with the sauce, and you put the sauce in the pan, you dump it, cooked it, and chopped it on and the pepper. Oh, nice. That still sounds good, Tanya. Everything comes in packages already made. Just gotta heat it up or cook it up. It's nice. I love the mussels. I love eating mussels, and they come already in like a garlic sauce. All you gotta do is add a touch of water. And I finally found the ones I like, and they had them. They've had them a lot lately, so I'm like, thank God. So I had mussels twice this week for lunch. It's a nice, easy, decent lunch that doesn't have too much calories and has a lot of protein. So I love mussels, and I finally found one that had nice garlic sauce. Takes like 5 to 10 minutes to heat up and boil. Boil them in like a pot, and then bang, smells up the house all nice. Smells nice and garlicky. I enjoyed it. I love mussels. They're so good. Some people think they're gross. I'm like, you people don't know what the fuck you're missing. Me, I love seafood. I can eat seafood any day. But I've been eating steak a lot more now because I get them for cheap now. I went to this warehouse and they sell them for 17.50 each, and that's cheap for here. So I was like, you know what? I need to keep buying these steaks while they're cheap because I know the price is gonna go up. And I think it's like 7.50 each because I pay like $35 for two. And if you go to the grocery store for that same nice big steak, it's like 25, $27. It's like $10 more if you go get it at the grocery store. But if you get it from these people, it's like a warehouse and they sell them for cheap. Well, some people beg to differ that, Barbie. But you know what? Red meat and fish is only good if it doesn't get tampered with. Because the fish you buy inside of a bag is not the same as if you buy it right off the street. You know what I mean? As a to with a fisherman that you actually know and catches the fish the day before. So that's when the fish doesn't get tampered with because you actually it doesn't go into a bag into a freezer. So that's the healthiest way. And the same thing with a cow or a pig. If you like kill one and you have all the meat right then and there and it doesn't get tampered with through a store or through some company, then it's just as good, you know? That's as good as you get. But they say red meat is good for you for certain people whose body can handle it. Because red meat ain't for everybody, and neither is fish. People are allergic to it. But I agree, fish is healthier. You know. Hey, myself, how you doing? You good? Yeah, everything's getting tampered with, which is the truth. It's sad. That's why it's always good to have your own chickens, your own meat, your own fish. Always like when you catch a fish from the ocean and you scale it or you feel it and you cook it right then and there. That's like the healthiest food you can ever eat because you're getting it right there. It's just like in Portugal when I went with my family years ago, and the guys, all my uncles killed a pig, and then they sliced them all up and had all the pork there fresh. And for the next, we were there for like a whole month. For a whole month, we ate pork like every other day, and it was fresh. I was like probably 8 or 10 years old, and I didn't want to see them. You know, that's the thing. Like I don't, like when people kill animals in front of me, but I saw it when I was young. I don't want to see it again. You know. You're good, myself. Good to hear. Barbie, what you going on about? Yeah, I don't like the fish stuff. Like, I mean, the killing I don't like fishy fish and oily fish, and I don't like seeing animals get killed and stuff like that, like I saw in Portugal. But the good thing is it didn't get tampered with. So that's one thing I don't like is things getting tampered with before you eat it. So, but otherwise, that food is food as long as your body can handle it. Because whatever goes in your body comes out of your body. So that's the thing. You have to like see what your body can tolerate, see what your body can digest. You know, no need to check. Trust me, if I have anything to announce, I will. You should know me by now. You be feeling all sorts of things. Ain't nothing to feel. The energy's been crazy, to be honest, Tanya. It's crazy from everyone, from people in general. You know, it's always something to uh, to deal with. That's good though. I mean, that's good to get. As long as it's good attention. But you're a type of person. You're a friendly. People look at you and know you're a friendly person. You don't have like a mad resting bitch face look. You have a welcoming energy. Yeah. So that's probably why dudes speak. A lot of dudes want women who are, uh, a lot of guys want women who smile and have a personality. They don't want no resting bitch face biatch that's rude and mean and looks mad. You know, Moon and Libra. Yeah. Anything I have in Libra is Pluto. Pluto and Libra. Yeah. Uh, if your moon's in Libra, that can mean something, Tanya. That's probably why you got attention. But that's nice. Sometimes you got to take it as people actually want to be kind and, you know, they see good energy or they see a person who, you know, could be potential for them or whatever the case may be. Like I told you in the earlier live. Some people, they do that. Sometimes I think people get the wrong idea. They think that the person is nice and they want something from them or they're just nice just to be nice. I think that's what some people get the wrong impression of me. If I'm nice doesn't mean I want to fuck you or be your girlfriend, or be my boyfriend or something. For me to be your boyfriend or something, it just means I'm a cool, nice guy that wants to help you because you're a woman. I have no intentions of doing anything with you until I know you. Yeah. I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying some people, they be taking those like little things and making it to something big. Oh my God, he spoke to me because he loves me. He thinks I'm so great. I know you don't even like all that, so you always get that feeling like, yeah, leave me alone. I still have Phil. Go away. You better have medical insurance, health insurance, and mutual funds if you want Tanya. So they're in for they have to be in for they have to be all in. But I think some people get the wrong idea too much. I think people think that because someone speaks to you or flirts with you that they love you or they want to be with you right away or something. Like it's just a normal people thing. Oh yeah, hell yeah. You know, when a woman is kind to me, it doesn't make me feel like I want to be with that person forever. It just means that they're in a good mood. you know, and that I could be the same way. Like I can be in a good mood too and be like, okay, cool. Hey, Christy, how you doing? Yeah, it's okay for men to be kind because men are like originally, a lot of men want to be kind to a woman because they want to show them like, hey, I'm here to help you. Like how the guy helped you with the RV today. That was nice up. He wanted to just help you because he sees a lady and he's like, Let me help this lady out. I'm the same way. I'll help anybody. If I see like a woman like doing something, I'll be like, excuse me, man, would you like a hand? Or would you like me to help you? She'll be like, oh, sure, yes, please. But some women are like, feminists. They're like, I don't need your help. You think I'm incompetent because I'm a woman? I'll be like, shut up, bitch. I'll be falling in your face. Calm down. I'm only asking if you need help. Yo, bitch ass out of here. Those are the women I don't like. But if a woman can do it on their own, hey, I'd admire them for it. But if you want help, just ask. I'll help you. It's cool. You ain't gotta be mad. Here's my rocks. You want to rock and roll? Yeah, but that's cool. Some people are different. They just have, certain things that they like. And they're going to be like, I like this or whatever. Come check my shit. Oh, well, that's good. Well, at least your maintenance guy hooked you up. That's good. Yeah, that's a good thing. But it's nice when people help people. Sometimes people that normally don't get a lot of help, what I find a lot is that I'm not the type of person that asks for help. But when somebody helps me in any which way, it makes me like have more faith in people. It really does. Because I feel like I'm the only one that does anything for everybody and no one does shit for me. And when I do ask somebody to do something for me, sometimes it's like pulling hair. Or I would just say, you know what? Fuck you. I'll do it myself. Go to hell. You don't want to help me? Go away. I get pissed when I don't get help from certain people. Like, cause I'm like, oh, this shit I'm done for you. You won't do nothing for me. All right. I see what's going on. But then you got to understand that you can't always expect help. You can't always expect that, because you do something for somebody, they got to jump right away and help you back. So it's a, you know, it's hard to deal with sometimes because if you expect help right away and you don't get it, you're automatically gonna be mad. Because not everybody's the same way to reciprocate things. So you got to be like, I'll just let it see what happens. Like, yeah, exactly. At least you got moved and you went to a better place. Yeah, that's fine. A lot of people just want somebody to talk to or make you feel comfortable for being in the place you're at. Some people are like that. They just want to be cool with you. Some people just want somebody to listen to and somebody to talk to, and someone that actually gives a fuck about giving them 10 minutes of their time. Because a lot of people are lonely or they don't have much people to talk to. They don't have family around or siblings or, a lot of people talk to themselves. I do it all the time. I talk to myself all the time. But, you know, it's the way it is. But yeah, when people do things for me or a person does something for me, I'm very grateful. I feel like it's a miracle sometimes when people do something for me. Cause it's like shit. I'm always doing all the fucking work. Like when am I gonna get some fucking help? So when I do get help, I appreciate it. Or when I do get, some type of advice or some type of recognition, I get happy that people actually give a shit about me for once and actually want to do something for me. Like, so when you don't get things done for you on a regular basis and someone does something for you, it touches you like in places like you're like, you know what? I can't believe like this person did this for me. I'm like, dang. I feel bad too when I ask people to do shit for me, or I ask for a favor. I feel bad like I'm taking somebody out of their way. Like, but then the person, whoever it is, will be like, yeah, don't worry about it. You do shit for me too. Like, so when you have that reciprocation, that's so good. That's a great friendship. It means a lot more when you have people do shit for you or show you some type of recognition or comment or a compliment or any of those things is nice. But a lot of people don't get that reciprocation, and it's sad. 'Cause some people deserve it, you know, and some people want to do it but can't because they can't do it in a certain way. Like some people can't do things in a financial way, some people can't do things in a physical way or emotional way or whatever way, you know. But whatever way they do contribute, it's good. When does the Libra moon end? I have no idea. You gotta ask Barbie, the astrologer. She's the one who bring it up. These Libras should know. There's enough of them in here to tell you, but I don't know. All I know is the last full moon was Aquarius. So I already have my bullshit. Hey kids, how you doing? You good? I just got your donation. Thanks. It's all good. Hey, Marky. See, Christy knows because she's a Libra. It's Monday. How you doing, kids? You good? Well, I guess so. Because if your moon is in Libra, Tanya, I guess that's why you know. Oh my God, this fucking thing. Stupid ass mouse. All right, cool. So yeah, I guess that's probably why. I know a Libra, that I talked to, and they were extra nice this week. So I guess it was the Libra moon. Their energy was great. So I now that I know now I know why the cause of that is for. So that's good to know. All right. So Kit, you said, is there anything good coming for me in your love life? Or should I hit the gym first? Let me tell you something. As a guy, right? As a guy, a woman who takes care of themselves too much, right? And goes to the gym and wants to look all, sexy and fit and all that. Those are the ones you really gotta watch out for because when they look too good, they think they're too good for you and too good for every man. Been there, dated them. And as soon as you get into a little tiff or a little argument, yeah, if you don't treat me good, I'll go get somebody else. I'm looking good. Look at me. Look at my thighs. Look at my abs. I'm like, bitch, you can go back to the gym and go fuck them weights and everything. Go fuck every guy who's instructing you to do everything. I don't give a fuck about you and your goddamn body, woman. Guess what? Let me tell you something. I'll tell you something right now, Hope. You go back to the gym where you came from. You want to look good? Go right ahead. Because guess what? When you're 60 and 70 and 80 and 90, if you reach that far, Hope, you're going to look like shit. Ain't no gym going to save you, woman. That's exactly what I would tell a woman if they said that shit to me. You're supposed to take people the way they are. And let me tell you something. Somebody with a little weight, that's okay. They give you shade in the summer and warmth in the winter. And it's more cushion for the pushing. Sometimes when things look too good, it's too good to be true. Other guys want them thick girls now, so that way other guys can leave them alone. No offense to anybody, but it's true though. Other guys don't want them dime pieces and them sexy ass, thin looking model hoods that go to the gym and all that. They don't want that shit. These guys want that thick things, this thick fucking chicks. They were like, yeah, ain't nobody else gonna want them. I'm taking them. And it's just good to me too. That's why the girls love me. They said Mark is thick and does the trick. That's all. When I lost 60 pounds, all the women didn't want me. They was like, fuck this guy. He lost too much weight. He don't look right. All right, let's check if you got love coming in your life. Okay. Well, there is a King of Swords here. So it could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Could be a man who has his own business or a man that's very active and determined. Someone with the experience, somebody who is like, has many ideas. This person can have like dark hair, a beard. This person, like, when you deal with this person in the beginning, it might be difficult or it might be a little worry on your concern or like a worry or concern on your part, or you might feel embarrassed because you need to lose some weight and you like, I wonder how this guy views me. But the guy ain't really gonna care about all that. And he just finished like a bad relationship. So he's ended a long relationship. So he's coming out of a long relationship looking for a new one. But I don't think it's gonna pop off like right away, but it'll take some time. But there is a guy here though, if you're looking for one. And it can happen between now and the end of September. But I don't like to put too much time frames on it, or because some people tell me that the reading expired. Just like you get like a can of beans and it expires next year. So, but I would say like I asked from now until the end of September where you meet this person, not a relationship, where you meet this person. It says yes. So there could be some like the guy is a good guy, right? The guy's a good guy. It's just that he has bullshit around him. I don't think he's gonna want like a relationship right off the bat, but it's somebody you're asking me like is somebody coming into your life for a love relationship, like a love life thing. So I would say you'll meet this guy in the next like probably 6 weeks. So it could be tomorrow, it could be in 3 weeks, could be in 2 weeks, 6 weeks. Hey Ann, how you doing? Hey Sophie. So yeah. You said, do I know this person? Let me check real quick. I would say you might know of him. And it looks like he went through a bad relationship because I get like a woman here that broke his heart. But he's looking for a strong, independent woman that, wants to have a family or be a part of a family, or he's like a family type of guy, or he wants that commitment. If it's not a family, he wants like a commitment. So I got positive cards here, kids. So I would say you might know him. I don't think you know him personally, but I think you might know of him. So you might know of him, but I don't think you know him personally, because it would have gave me different cards, you know. But I would say like let it all pan out. But I would say the next 6 weeks you'll get something there. Something will happen. And if that time frame expires, just come check me, and I'll see if I can put a new expiry date on it. What I say, Christy? What I do? You welcome, kiss. Christy told me that, one day. She said, she asked me to look at our love life, and she said that my reading had expired. I thought that was the funniest shit ever. I was like, hey, nobody ever told me my reading expired. Because I told her 30 days that she'll meet somebody, So the reading expired. So now I have to put a new expiry date on her reading. But she never asked me again. So she was like, fuck that shit. Fuck that expiry date too. But it's all good. I weren't mad at her. She just said it expired. I was like, all right, that's a pretty good one, I ain't gonna argue with her. Maybe the guy was scared of her. Maybe the guy was like, yeah, I can't go out with this girl. She'd be great. Now, I ain't putting you on blast. I'm just saying. You did say it in the chat. It says, not like I'm putting you on blast. I didn't do nothing. All I'm saying is, I'm using you as an example. That's all. It's all good. My bad. If you don't want to be put on blast, I'm sorry about that. Italians laugh. Time frames are the hardest things to do. But I always ask the cards, like, within the next couple weeks, is this going to happen? So I can cover Spirit's ass, my ass, and your ass. But then Christy was like, fuck you and them. Let me tell you something. This shit expired. From the day you gave me that reading, I counted 30 days on that calendar. Christy probably had a calendar, and she was probably like, yeah, March 20, whatever, 30 days from now. She came home every day and would go like this. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 22 days. Okay, 8 more days. See if I meet this guy. That's what she was doing, See, look, she admitted it. She was like, yeah, Mark's right about a lot of shit. Let me see if his time frame is right. And then as soon as she crossed out the 30th day, the next day she came in here and said, yo, bro, your reading expired, bro. Did you do anything to bring that love to your life? No, I just sat on my couch. Okay. Did you try to date the delivery guy? No. Did you holler at any guys during those 30 days? No. And then she blamed me and Spirit. See what I mean? Talking about my shit's expired. It's all good though. I wish you find somebody. I wish everybody finds somebody in their life. If it expires, just come back and I'll give you another read and give another time frame. You think your computer's broken? Oh shit. Oh boy. Flipper was here earlier. I fed him. He was hanging around me for a whole hour, aggravating me. Oh, I see what you mean. Duh. You want Mr. Hollywood to visit. Sexy Mr. Hollywood. So you can get so excited. I know. I know. I know how you all feel. You don't have to turn me into that. I'm already a big booty lover. I like big butts and I cannot lie. If she has a pancake ass, then we're gonna have to do something to solve that issue. Nah, I won't tell nobody. It's cool, but it's cool. Long as she's got a good heart and she treats me good, I'll get over the big booty syndrome. It's all good. I won't be mad. As I've gotten older, I don't really care about those things too much. I don't really care about what a woman's body looks like. I don't care about all that. When I was young, I was probably a little bit more aware of it or like want it. But you can't always get what you want, man. And sometimes you're better off not having somebody that has those type of, you know, body parts, because then it's just gonna attract attention, bad attention, and it could also start problems. Sometimes, simple looking people have simple situations. The more ass you have, the more problems you're gonna have. Because it's assets, exactly. It's astronomical. Okay, Barbie. Using mama's alcohol situation? Yes. Barbie. You laughing at? Now, some people would like they strive on that. They have to have somebody with a big ass or big tits or big this or big that or thickness or whatever. Some people are just obsessed with that shit. Where they gotta have a white person, a black person, an Asian person, or a Latino or something. Like people have preferences. I've said this plenty of times on here, and some people get mad at me. Some women in here they say, "What's your preference, Mark?" And I'll tell them, and they'll be like, "Oh, I guess that I'm out of the question." And I'm like, "No, you're not out of the question. You asked me what my preference was, So your preference might not equal to me either, but you might just like me because you like me, you know. So what's wrong with having a preference and not getting it? I prefer a lot of things, but I don't have it. So what you want me to do? Hmm. I prefer a lot of things, but sometimes the things you prefer you can't get. So get over it. It ain't bothering me. If I can't get something I prefer, then as long as it's close or as long as it's good, then I'm good with that. There's a lot of people that ain't gonna be your type, but as long as they treat you good, that's all that should matter. At least that's what I think. Yes, I know, Tanya, but sometimes they say that women aggravate a man so much that they die. So I'm begging to differ if the problem is really you or them. Being that it's happened a few times now, I'm gonna have to do like a check. You know, but no spirit has come to me and told me you were the problem. So that's a good sign, Tanya. When I spoke to those spirits, they said that you didn't do anything to contribute to their death. You know, yeah, I know they did. We love you too. I love you when you sleep, but I saw your grocery whole video earlier. I was hoping you was gonna go live so we can all talk some shit. But you said the internet wasn't that good. Yeah, I got love for everybody in here. Some in different ways. Some people I love when they go away. Sometimes I love when they don't come around here. And sometimes I love when they sleep. And sometimes I love their, you know, great attitude and positivity. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you gotta go live, so we can go and hang out with you. We gotta keep the algorithm going. I try to go live every day, whether it's washing dishes or coming in here and doing this or whatever the case may be. Hey Fiona, how you doing? You did a little girl show because Pam Bear said you haven't done one in a while. Yeah, I agree with Pam Bear. You haven't done one in a while. I like when you take the bags and just throw them with the boxes. You'll pick them up later. But it's cool. I enjoy the grocery haul. I like seeing different brands that you have. You always have these different brands and next brands that we have. Anything that I saw was the graham crackers, the apple jacks, and I know I can't remember anything else that looks familiar. We have different brands, but those are the two brands I know we have. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, the chicken. So yeah, I didn't go. I went to the grocery store today. Fuck, that scared me. Damn it. Um, what did I go to the grocery store today to get? I can't remember now. Oh, a baked potato. Oh, a potato so I can bake. I have those like uh baked potatoes that come with the potato that actually comes with the foil on it. They're meant for like baking and stuff. So yeah, I got that. And what else did I get? I got something else. Oh, and they had like salt and vinegar chips. So and Fiona got spicy pickle chips. Because these two like pickles. Pause. I've never been a pickle person. Even when they used to put pickles, when they put pickles in my like burger and stuff without even saying anything, I used to bite into my burger and be like, This damn pickle. Gross. I don't really like sourish type of things or those type of pickles. Maybe there is a pickle that I would like, but the ones I've had, they were gross. They were too sour and too sweet or too some. It just, you know, didn't set with me. Nobody in my family eats pickles. No one. Not that I know of. I've never heard anybody in my family say, "Hey, Mark, you got to try these pickles." It's not a Portuguese thing. So we usually eat Portuguese stuff. But yeah, I ain't really seeing no. I don't really know any Portuguese people that eat pickles like that. I don't even see Portuguese like people eating them or talking about them or even like cooking with them or doing anything with them. I don't even know what a pickle's called in Portuguese. That's how bad it is. So forgive me for not being a pickle, uh, you know, person. I can't talk to you about pickles. I only know, you know. See, Fiona says she loves all pickles. Hint, hint. Sorry. Pause. I'll behave. I put some food outside for midnight, Fiona. So hopefully he comes by. I put some roast beef and potatoes out in the container. So let's hope he comes by. I put my camera on to see if he'll come by, but I ain't got nothing yet. Mind you, it's not midnight yet. So I put a nice plate of food. I fed Flipper earlier. Flipper ate a lot, but now I left some out. Now that Flipper's full, maybe he'll piss off, and then maybe midnight will come by. So I know Flipper's full. Now hopefully midnight comes through tonight and eats that food I left for him. So we'll see. With my camera, I can't really see it. Yeah, I won't. I'm just teasing. It's Saturday night, so I'm kind of feeling frisky. Yeah, I'll behave. I'll behave, Fiona. See, now Christy wants pickles now. Actually, let me check to see if the food's still there. Hold on a second. My camera can't see that angle. Oh, look at that. Yep. You definitely can. Because half the food's all over the floor and half of it's still in there. So it was full. See, the camera didn't catch midnight coming. So midnight's guaranteed came over here because half the food's gone from the container. You can see it's all been like dug up. So maybe the camera came on. I just put it on a while ago. So see where it's positioned, it's on where the camera is. So when it faces down, I can't see it. I can only see if they come in. If they come in from another angle, I can't see them. Let me just check to see. No. It says no events found. So that means that the camera didn't pick him up. He must have came in from the other angle. But it's cool. It's half eaten, so I know this. It's only Flipper and Midnight that come here, and I know Flipper ain't hungry because he ate a shit ton of food, and like half of that container's gone. So I know he didn't eat all of that. Because Flipper don't come around here that late. He's never been here that late. He always comes during the morning or the night or like the evening time. But this is like midnight time, so guaranteed Midnight ate that food. Cause like half gone. It was definitely midnight. It has to be because I fed Flipper at like 8 o'clock, and he ate again at 8:30. And when I was eating my dinner at quarter to 9, he was like he had left, and he ate the rest of the food that I had given him. And he never comes around here at no midnight. I tell you that right now. Yeah, midnight's a hope. So I guarantee it was midnight. But what it is, I didn't put the food where the camera can see it. But you can see it's been all. You can see it's been like eating fast, and like it's all over the ground. I put it in a container, and I can tell it was probably midnight for sure. Because when food's out there, midnight will eat it because midnight ripped that bag apart. I had a bag out there and they ripped it apart. And Flipper wouldn't do that. Because I feed his ass every day now. Now this week he didn't come around for 2 days, but the last couple of days he's been coming around. And he eats a lot. So I know he's full. And when he's full, he leaves. He never comes back. I never see him like repetitively, like hour after hour. Once he comes, he gets what he wants, he's gone. He goes hoeing around. Or he probably goes looking for midnight. You know. Yeah, she eating for two. There you go. Well, my neighbor over here, Steven, he says he feeds Flipper. And I said, hey, you know Flipper right there, that cat that's on the wall? He goes, yeah, I feed that cat all the time. I said, oh, okay. I said, so do I. He goes, oh, well, he's eating good then. I said, yeah. I said, do you know whose cat that is? He goes, nope. He goes, that cat's always over here over my garage, or he'll come in my garage and meow and we'll give him some food. So there you go. Yeah. I think it was Monday. I think it was Monday or Tuesday. My neighbor told me that he feeds Flipper. Yeah, he plays us. Yeah. I was like, look at this fucker. He's eating everywhere. But see, what happens is when Steven's not around, he comes over here. See? And the cat and Flipper's not fat. He's a skinny ass cat. But he eats a lot though. He ate a lot today. But I doubt that he comes back and eats that rest of that food because every time around this time, that's why we call midnight, right? Because she comes around this time. And I guarantee that midnight ate that food. Because when Flipper leaves food behind every day and he never comes back and eat it, he'll be there the next day and the birds will eat it. See, once he's full, he's gone. He just licks his chopper and he's out of here. Because I feed him very well. So I knew that was midnight guaranteed. So it's a lot of food left. So at least it's there for when they come back. And it's roast beef and potatoes from Wednesday. So I took it out of the fridge so it won't be so cold, and I cut it all up in pieces. So that way they can have it if they get hungry. And now it's half eaten. It's been out there for about, what time is it now? Almost midnight. Say I've been on here for an hour. Yeah, I would say like an hour and a half ago, I put it out there. And it's already been eaten halfway. Yeah, I think he has a home, but I don't know where his home is. I don't know. I think he's my neighbor's cat over here. But because my neighbor has those dogs now, he probably don't want to be around those dogs. And you know what? When a cat gets older, they're tired of being around that same area if they're an outdoor cat. So I swear that cat belongs to my neighbor over here, the one I don't like. But I can't confirm that because I don't speak to him like that and I don't want to. I'm not going to be like, hey, is this your cat? And he'll probably be like, yeah. That's where he is. Because an animal is not gonna stay around an owner that doesn't give a shit about him. And that guy, he doesn't give a shit about those animals. I tell you that right now. When I first moved in here, there was a tiny little cat named, his name was Sylvester, right? And I never gave the cat a name because I knew it belonged to somebody, but it would kept coming around here. And you know how like there's midgets in the world? Well, this cat was a midget cat because you could see he looked like a kitten, but he was too old to be a kid. And I knew the cat was old because it looked old and it looked scruffy. But the cat was brave and it was like very active still, right? But then I started to see him deteriorate over and over, and I'm like, this cat's got to be like at least almost 20 now. But you could see like it was a midget cat because the cat was so small, right? Had like a growth spurt, or, like a dwarf cat. Yeah, there you go. That's the right word for it. Thank you, Christy. So yeah, it was a dwarf cat. I have pictures of him. His name's Sylvester. And the only way I know the cat was named that is because this jackass over here, the same guy, right? It was his cat. But the cat went missing for like months. And he thought the cat died somewhere. Meanwhile, the cat was over here and I was taking care of him. I had a water bowl out there, food. The cat was all fucked up, eating over here every day. He would like sleep underneath my car outside because I couldn't have him in here because Diamond was here. And Diamond didn't really bother it because, it was so small, right? Like I literally had him in my hand. One hand, I used to grab him like this and just put him like this and carry him around. And he would let me too. He would let me take him anywhere. I took him in my car and all that shit. And I was like, yeah, this. And then everybody's like, oh, that's a nice kitten. I was like, this thing ain't no damn kitten. You could tell this thing's old, but it's a dwarf cat. I used to call it a midget cat. So then I was like, you know what? Like, so then one August, yeah, this month it makes, I think, what now, probably 7 or 8 years that cat's been gone in August. One time we had a really, really rough August. It was super hot one day. And I came home and he was on the porch and he had his paws in, his two front paws were inside the water bowl. And he was like hanging outside the water bowl and he had his two paws like this in the water. And I'm like, what the fuck is this cat doing? And he was like, and I hardly ever see a cat like panting like a dog. So I'm like, this fucking dog, this cat's having like like a heat stroke or something like that, or having some type of attack. So I'm like, oh shit, what am I gonna do to this cat? What am I gonna do with him? So then, my neighbor over there happened to come over and ask me, right, if I had some type of tool or something. And he goes, oh, this is my cat, Sylvester. And I'm like, who? He goes, yeah, this is my cat, Sylvester. He's 18 years old. This is where he is. He's over here eating your food. You must be giving him something better than I did. And I'm like, shit, I thought this cat was a kitten at first, but I can tell it's old. It's like a dwarf cat. So he started laughing. And he says, he doesn't look that good, doesn't? I said, no, he looks like he's having like a heat stroke or something. So then he says, okay, well, the cat's mine. I'll take him to the vet. And I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, he looked bad. I never seen a cat with his hands inside of a bowl of water. So I knew something was up with him, right? And I felt bad for him. But how weird is that he came over there to ask me for some tool, I think a socket or something he asked me for. We were cool back then. And now we're not. But anyway, he goes back home and gets like, those little plastic cat boxes that you take the cat in the box and you take him to the vet. So he bring that over. And I was like, this really is his cat. Because on the box it said Sylvester. And now that I think about it, he did look like Sylvester from the cartoon. I'll show you guys a picture of him. I gotta find, because it was a while ago. So then he puts the cat inside the box and takes him. So about 3 days go by, and I see, my neighbor. I said, "Hey, what's that? What happened with the cat?" He goes, "Oh, I have to put the cat down." I was like, "Oh no, man." He goes, "Yeah, he had like a heat stroke, and then he had like when I got there, he lasted another day, and then the vet told me that they couldn't do nothing. He had like passed away." And he said, "Man, that cat was 18 years old. I thought he was dead already somewhere, but he was there. But he got his last couple months he had with you eating good food." I said, "Hey, well, sometimes that's what it's like." So I was kind of upset because I didn't get to say goodbye to him, and I saw him like suffer before he died. Everybody thought it was my cat because I would pick him up and carry him around and shit because he would always like run in front of my feet and I almost hit him. And he was deaf because he couldn't hear shit, and he would meow loud as fuck. I gotta get a picture of him. But yeah, I felt bad for him though. He had like a heat stroke. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a cat with their paws in the water bowl. I never seen that before. I still have never seen that before because cats don't like water like that. You know, that's okay, Barbie. We still like you, even though you know. Phil's first cat did that. Oh shit. No, he's not, Fiona. He's not. He doesn't care. And his dogs are the same way. He has his dog, and his daughter brings her dog over there. And all day they're howling and barking. He doesn't give a fuck about damn dogs. He's a bad pet owner. He's such an idiot. Oh, that's crazy, Tanya. Because I know cats that will touch water and they'll be like, they put their hand back like, it's water. Every cat I know did that shit. But Flipper don't do that. Like sometimes when I get out of the pool and I'm all dripping wet, and I take my clothes off here and I put them up on the line to dry, and I'm like, oh, wet right there. He steps right in the water and he don't care. He'll walk right through it and not even give a shit. But some cats are like all finicky and like, oh my god, it's water. Oh, that's cool. That's cool to have a pet that goes on the Yeah. I do too, Fiona. Don't worry. That's what I'm saying, Christy. Because I don't know how your cats are, but a lot of cats I know that I've had, they don't like water at all. They don't even like stepping in it. They'll like flick their hand and be like, "Yeah, it's water." But this Flipper, he don't give a shit. He walks right through the water. He don't care. He was in the rain earlier. It was like sprinkling, and he was in the rain just chilling. He was like, "Yeah, I don't care." That's crazy because a lot of cats don't like water. They hate it. They hate water. Diamond, my dog, she hated water too. She hated getting a bath. She hated stepping on water too. She would step on water and be like, be all finicky and weird. My pit bull didn't give a fuck. He ran over anything. He'll go right in the water. He didn't give a shit. But Diamond, she hated water. Hated it. She liked drinking water, but she hated being in it or getting a bath or having any type of hose around her. Soon as if I were to like press the hose and like wash her off, she'll start get all paranoid and shit. But then some animals don't give a shit. They'll just let you do whatever. Like, yeah, see, your boy cat enjoys it, but the female hates it. See, there's always one. There's always got to be the damn female. See, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It all depends. Like cats are like humans and animals are like humans. They like certain things and they dislike certain things. Yeah, sometimes you can try and get them used to whatever you want, but if they don't like it, they don't like it. And sometimes they grow out of it, and sometimes they grow into it. It all depends. But sometimes it's in their brain, like to not to be like, fuck this, I'm not doing it. They're like, no, no. They're probably like, I love you, but no, no. I wish that Diamond loved to get baths because I wanted to bath her more often and have her nice and clean because she was living with me in here and I don't want her to be dirty. But that's so annoying, man. She hated getting back. She would crouch down like this and be like, "Don't wash me." I felt like going, fucking bitch. I used to fuck her off. That was the only time I got mad at her because she would always like try and crouch down so I won't bath her. I'm like, "You're a stupid fucking dog." And then my sister was like, "You're too rough with her. Let me do it." And then my sister went to do it, and my sister got so fed up that she threw the sponge at her. And I was like, "You think you was gonna make a difference by talking nice to the dog? If a dog don't like it, a dog don't like it. You can say nice things, bad things. It don't matter." She had such a bad habit of crouching down and being like, "Don't bath me, leave me out." That shit got so aggravating after a while, and she would do it all the time. Even when we got like this lady Lisa to come here to wash the dog, like once every 3 months we would get her nails cut and we'll get a professional bath. And this lady Lisa used to come here and she did the same thing. And she'd be like, "Come on, Diamond, don't do that. Come on, honey." And then she'll like reach in her pocket and get a treat and she'll park up. And then she'll give the treat and then wash her real quick as she's standing up. And I'm like, "You think I'm gonna do that shit? You're crazy." Hell no. Yeah, see, you're a professional at that. So unfortunately, I met you after Diamond is gone. So now that shit is like, you came too late. But nice to know though, because I know you know about all those things. 'Cause that's what you do. But I wish I would have known that. That way you could have helped me with Diamond back in the day, because that shit was fucking annoying. That's one thing I couldn't stand. But my pit bull was never like that. My pit bull would stand there. I can wash him. I can use the hose on him, brush him, do whatever I wanted to him. He'll just sit there, be like, he'll be looking at me like, "Yes, Marky," wagging his tail. He'll be like, "Yeah, bath me, bro. Yeah, scratch me right there, bro. Yeah, bro. You can wash me wherever you want, bro." He was cool as fuck. And then Diamond was a bitch. She just never wanted me to do anything to her. She was so finicky and so annoying. I fucked that dog off. Oh my god! I swear, if I could beat her, I would, but I couldn't. I just she would make me so mad that I want to punch her sometimes, and I'll just put my fist on her face and go, "You're a naughty," and she'll look at me and go like this and blink. I mean, ain't nobody touching you, dumb dog. Oh shit! Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's so annoying. Yeah, my Diamond used to do that too, Barbie. I used to turn on the tap, and she used to drink from the water from the tap. Especially summertime, she used to do that. But my dog, he used to do it with the hoods. When I used to bath him, he used to lick the water off the hood sometimes. Forgot to do that. Cat still chugging. Fiona said, "What's the backstory of you and your that name? It sounds like a lot, man." Yeah, when we did a big renovation here, and back in 2021, 2022, right? And right on our roadside, there was a bank there full of grass and rocks, and we got planning permission, and an architect told us that that is our land. That's the land that belongs to this house. So I suggested to my, brother-in-law and my sister at the time that we should get an excavator to chop it all out so we can park our cars there when we have like parties, or, during this renovation, we're gonna need to park our cars there, and it'll open the road up wider, and then we can plaster the wall and have a nice big wall here, and then instead of this stupid embankment that's taking up room for nothing. Everybody was like, Mark, that's a great idea. We're going to do it. And it didn't cost that much to do it. So one day I'm out there marking it out, right? And then the workers are there, the machine's there. So he comes over here, right? And he didn't even say good afternoon, hi, hello, nothing. He goes, just to let you know that you can't do this. And I'm like, and everybody's like, oh boy, Mark's gonna rip him a new ass. Hey Tristan, how you doing? So I said, yeah. I told him, I said, look, first of all, good afternoon. Second of all, don't come over here into my property. Oh, this ain't your property. You're just a tenant. I said, I'm not a tenant. My sister owns this house. I said, I live here and I have lived here for many years. And I'm the foreman and the property manager of this property, and you can't tell me what to do. So kiss my ass. And he goes, don't talk to me like that. Nah. I said, you're not old enough to be my daddy. So go fuck yourself and go back home. So he's looking at me mad, right? So then his dog comes out, and I'm got Diamond in my hand, right? Because I was just about to walk Diamond. So the dog comes to Diamond. Diamond grabs her, rips the fur right off the dog's body. And he's like, oh my God, my dog. I was like, well, your dog should be on a leash. Your dog shouldn't be out here. And I said, go back home where you belong and shut the fuck up and leave me alone. So then he got all mad at me. We started going at each other, and then those guys that were there broke it up. So then when my sister came home, he comes running over the house with a bottle of wine and says to my sister, can I please talk to you? And my sister didn't even invite him in the house. He just walked in because he was already drunk. Well, I didn't know he was drunk, but apparently he's a drunk. And he came in and tried to make peace. And then I was in the background listening, and he didn't know I was there. And he lied to my sister after I told my sister the truth already. So then my sister says, I don't believe my brother did that. I think you're lying. Oh, no, I'm not lying. I'm telling you the truth. Your brother did everything. And I came out the back, and he saw me, and his face went red. I was like, get the fuck out of this house before I punch you in your mouth for lying. My sister was like, come on, Marta. I said, get the fuck out of this house, you fucking idiot. So he took off with his bottle of wine. He said, we don't drink around here. Take that shit and get out of here. So ever since that day, he ain't really spoke to me ever since. And his wife speaks to me all the time. And then when I told my neighbors about it, they said that guy is an asshole, and he starts trouble with every single neighbor. He says, you were next. And they said, I'm glad you told him about himself, and you told him fuck off, and told him get out of your house and mind his own business, because that's exactly what we told him. And I was like, oh, thanks for telling me after 10 years of living here. So they were like, if he didn't bother you, that means he liked you. I said, look, I helped that guy during the hurricane, cut his trees, help him out, because he's probably like 62, 63 years old. And he's like he's a professor at the college, at Bermuda College. So you would think he would have some type of decency, to actually not be drunk when you talk to somebody. But apparently he's a drunk. And I know he is, because on recycling day, there's a big blue bag full of wine bottles and beer cans. So everybody was right. He was drunk when he approached me, but I didn't smell no liquor on him. And it was around like 6 o'clock at night. So he had already had a few and thought he had an S on his chest before he came over to me. So yeah, that's what happened between me and my neighbor. I've already told this story on here a few times. But yeah, I can't stand him. He's an asshole. And I put him in his place. And he disrespected me, talking about I'm just a tenant. How could you be called just a tenant at your own sister's house? And he's a liar. Yeah, he lied. He blatantly lied to my sister. And you know what? My nephew was so slick. He recorded him in the background lying. So just in case, like we anything happened. And when I looked at him, I said, "Get the fuck out of this house." And he looked at me. He thought about it, and then he left because he was like, "Yeah, this guy's gonna beat the shit out of me if I try to fight him." And I was like, "Get the fuck out of here, asshole." His wife is like, she's Bermudian and he's Canadian. He's not even from here, but his wife is nice. She always speaks. She's always nice, friendly. She must be putting up with him, I guess. Or maybe he gets drunk by the time she comes in. I don't know. You know how people live. They don't care. Man, that's the only neighbor I had a problem with, and that's apparently the neighbor everybody has a problem with. And if you see like hurricanes, when we all get together as a community here, and then because of him, we don't have community neighborhood meetings anymore because he's an asshole, you know. And that's a sad thing. You're not even born in Bermuda. You're just a fucking idiot, that married a Bermudian and bettered your life, and you have the nerve to talk down on us. Like, fuck you, bro. Like everybody said, you picked the wrong guy to fuck around with because there was nothing that I was doing that was illegal. And I even told him, I'm going to get the plans for you because I know how to read architectural plans, you know? And I said, I'll go get the plans for you right now. And I'll show you exactly where our property is. And I'll show you that I can do this and you can't do nothing about it. And he just kept going, and that was it. And he never made a fuss about it. But I bet you he called the architectural place or the planning department. I bet you he called him. And probably to see if we were doing some shady shit. And he never apologized to me either. Well, if he found out, I'm sure his wife will be upset, So we all decided as a neighborhood meeting thing, we just decided not to include him. We email each other, but not with him. Like we don't get together no more. What we do is we have each other's email. So if something happens or somebody wants to express themselves, we email each other. Or we just, go see each other. This neighborhood is so nice, but it has like maybe 3 people here that are assholes. It's like when you live in a neighborhood that has a lot of big houses and, people that got money and shit and education, there's a lot of snobby people around here, And they don't like seeing people like us that came from nothing have something like this. They don't believe in hard work, get you what you want. They believe in, my rich mommy and daddy gave it to me. So, but I love this neighborhood. I wouldn't trade it for anywhere. I love it here. I just don't like it when it's hurricanes. But otherwise, that is, All right, Tristan. Thanks for the super chat. What's up, Lucky? You said, is there any love, new or old, coming to me? All right, let's check. He was trying to tell me that I couldn't do what we were doing. Like, how the hell are you going to tell me what to do in my own property? And then he says, it's not my property. I'm just a tenant. And I told him, I said, well, this house is owned by my sister. And they put me in charge. So if you want to, see if I'm bullshitting you, I can go get you the plans right now. But see, when I tried to prove him wrong, it affected him because he's a professor. So he automatically thought I was a dumb, Portuguese jackass that didn't know anything. See, and then when he found out that I did all that shit, he never said one word to me because he judged me before. He was judging me before he knew who I was. I knew what I was capable of doing. And a lot of people do that to me because of the way I carry myself. See, I carry myself humble. I don't act like I know everything. I know how to do a lot of things and I know what I'm doing and I'm very good at what I do. But I'm not going to sit there and explain to you whether or not I have the education or a certificate saying that I can do this or do that. Bro, I know what I'm doing. And I tried to prove it to him, but he didn't want to hear it. He just kept going against, like, downgrading me. And now he feels this little. No, I just told him go fuck himself and leave me alone. And he took offense to that. And guess what? All my other neighbors said, don't worry about that guy, Mark. He's just jealous. I'm like, I know. And the nerve, you're not even born and raised here. And the nerve of you to act the way you did to somebody who was born and raised here. Like, get the fuck out of my face, bro. And now he don't speak to me like that. Hell no. He looks at me like, oh, like snobby and rich. And my his daughter speaks to me. And his wife. His daughter gives me this look. She be driving her car and she be like, and I'll be like this. That shit's so fun. I wish I could record her. You guys would laugh so much. She gives me that, like, the whole fingers like that. I'm like, you're such a dumb hoe. Weird ass people. And then the mom is like, she's all nice and shit. Assholes always get nice ladies, and vice versa. Bitches always get a nice guy. It's usually the case. Tristan, as far as like new love, I would say no. As far as new love, no. So any type of new love, I would say no in the next like couple months. I don't see anything happen from now until like the end of the year as far as someone new coming in. Let me check if someone like old coming back. I don't really know her like that. I've never really talked to her at all. She's very snobby too, I've never spoke to her a day in my life. All we do is say hi to each other. That's it. But she saw me. She used to see me DJ in my last couple years that I DJ'd in public. I used to see her with her boyfriend all the time. And I'd be like, oh, that's my neighbor. Because when I first came to this house, it was 16 years ago. So I was still DJing in the clubs. And I saw her many times with her boyfriend. So she knows who I am. She knows exactly who I am. And she speaks, but we've never had I've never been like this to her, like this, and talked to her. Never. Her mom and her dad, yeah. Tristan, even somebody old or from the past or ex, I don't see that happening either, bro. But I do see you possibly having, like, you might go to a party or a holiday festival or something like that. Like during the next holiday, wherever you're living, if there's a holiday coming up, you might get invited to a party and mingle with people and have a potential of trying or seeing or meeting someone, but you don't know the person and the person doesn't know you that well. They might know of you, but it's no one that you've been attached to before. But there's a possibility here to actually, when you go to this party, there's a potential of meeting someone. Not guaranteed, but there's a potential. That's all I can say as far as like love stuff. but you might meet someone at a party or like at some festival or some like holiday festivity or something like that. But let me check a little further. But from now until the end of the year, it doesn't look that great. Now, January, February, March of next year, there's more of a potential. And once again, I get like some type of gathering, some type of party where you're going to meet this person. And the person is going to be mature and responsible and reliable. They might be a bit younger than you, but not by much. But they are younger, which is fine. I feel like this person's organized. They want to take things slow. I also feel like, there's going to be a friendship in the beginning, and you guys are gonna meet at like some party or through mutual people that you know. But this person's been through some bad shit, you know. Well, you know what, bro? Join the club. I'm the president and CEO of the Singles Club. So, if you want to join the Singles Club, there's a lot of people in here that are single. I'm the president and CEO of the Singles Club. So if you want to join the club, you're more than welcome. It's free of charge. It's good to be single sometimes, When you do find somebody, you just take your time and do it right. That's my suggestion. But there is a potential of meeting someone, the beginning of next year. But, and if that time frame expires, then just know that it ain't meant for you. And if you say you've never had luck in love, then try not to say that anymore, bro. Try to be positive. What I want you to do from now on is say, I haven't had luck in love, but now that's about to change. I'm open to having luck. I'm open to having a decent person in my life. Say it every day, bro. Trust me, it'll work. You just got to be very positive and make sure you're very specific about who you want and what you want. Don't just say, I want a person in my life, because they'll give you bullshit again. You got to be very specific on what you want. I want someone loyal. I want someone compatible. I want someone that's never going to cheat on me. I want someone that's going to love me to the day I die. I want to get married. I want this. I want that. You got to be very, very specific on what you manifest and what you want in life. But if you say, I've never had this and never had that, then it's going to continue that way. So whatever you put out there, and right now, I can tell you right now that whatever I think and whatever I say is happening sometimes. It's kind of weird and freaky, in certain parts of my life. So whatever you preach out there, preach good shit. You can say, look, I'm tired of the bad luck now, spirit. I want good luck now. I want somebody. I'm really ready for a relationship. I'm really ready to meet the person of my dreams, of my life. I really want a partner. If you really want it, they'll give it to you, bro. But you just have to make sure that you tell them exactly what you want. I think that's a bad habit of manifestation of a lot of people. They're never specific of what they really want. So try to be specific and be positive about your words, and then you'll be fine. I truly believe that. Sometimes you find people when you least expect it or you're not looking, like they say, which has happened sometimes. And remember, whoever you meet, they're not going to be perfect, and neither are you. Sometimes you got to take the imperfection and work with it, because that's all you're going to get. I've come to that conclusion many times in my life. It's a good thing, though, not a bad thing. We were just talking about, uh, some people want to lose weight before they want to date because they think the person ain't gonna want them. But some people want you just the way they are because they don't care about that. Because as you get older, that shit don't even exist. Try not to feel that way, bro. I know it's hard, man. My advice to you, bro, is this. If you feel that way, which I'm sure you probably do because you're telling me, my advice to you is to think more positive. Because if you're thinking that way, then the devil's working. Listen to what I just said. If you're thinking that way, then the devil is doing his job. You got me? You got us, Tanya. All you gotta do is pray. They'll be fine. The key to life is to always be positive about everything as much as you can. And always remember it could be worse. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you a love card as well, Tristan, all right? I'll give everybody a love card if you want one. Oh, shit. Damn. What is NYNWI? What is that? Where is that? I mean, oh, what is that? Where is that to? Northwest Indiana. Oh shit! I didn't know Northwest Indiana had bad weather and power for most of the week. Shit, I didn't know that. Well, the card you got, Tristan. Look at this. Look. And it says, secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. So there you go. That's why you don't know who this person is, because they're a secret admirer. There's somebody that likes you, has feelings for you, but unfortunately, they're not coming forward. They're a secret admirer. So somebody does like you. You just got to figure out who it might be. That's why it didn't come up in the cards, because they're just an admirer, but they just don't want to tell you. So at least somebody likes you, or they want you. But that's good, Tanya. You'll be fine. As long as it ain't no damn hurricane, you're good. So far, the hurricanes have been nice. They ain't come around. Thank God. Hallelujah. Stay away. Anybody else want a love card? I'll give you one. I'll give myself a card, being that you guys don't want a love card. I'll give my damn self one. Then I need love too. All right, I gotta cover her boobs, or else I'll get in trouble. I knew it had to be a naked woman that likes me. This woman's looking in her reflection. I'm covering her boobs with my finger. I'm actually touching her boobs right now, but she don't know yet. All right, so my card says emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. I'll try. Okay, Fiona, I'll give you one. All right, Fiona. All right, Fiona, this is your card. It's a woman and a man and a snake. I'll keep quiet about that. I'll be nice. And your card says power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. I got the power. There you go, yo. You have the power to say no or to walk away. Fiona be like, talk to the hand, bro. You're welcome, Fiona. All right, Tanya. Of course I have time. Tanya, 1, 2. Okay. This card has two people. One of them's kind of crying and the other one's just caressing them. And this says, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Lightning close by. Oh boy, I know all about that. Today it thundered, yesterday it thundered, and the day before it thundered and lightning. Thank God it wasn't that close. It was out in the ocean. So I was like, thank God, stay out of me. Go away. I don't want the damn lightning. Yes, I just gave you one. Did you not get it? Did you not see it? You were bullshitting. See? Here I am giving you a card. You're not even paying attention. Look, Mark, there's fucking lightning around. My camp is shaking. Look, don't irritate me. I can re-show you. It's cool. You want me to show you again? Or you're going to rewind and come again? Okay, Christy. Oh, you're welcome, Tristan. No worries, bro. Be positive, bro. Please, man. All right? Just be positive. I know it's hard, bro, but just try and be as positive as you can and preach that, good word to yourself, man. God's listening. You just got to believe that. All right, bro? Please be positive, man. All right, Tanya, this is your card. Good thing I didn't shuffle it. It's someone caressing you or someone, Anyway, yeah. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. There you go, Tanya. Did you get it? Yeah, that's true. It does. Yeah. You're welcome, Tanya. All right. Christy, let's see what we got for you. All right. Do I have to cover anything up here? No. No nipple shit. Okay. All right. So this is a picture of two people caressing each other. And it says, sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. Pause. I didn't have to cover her boobie up. There you go. Anybody else want a card? So intimate. I want to get next to you. All right. Nobody else wants a card? Cool. Looks like it's only us here anyway, so that's good. Actually, let me check something real quick. See what the fuck these rats are doing. Give me a second here. No. Okay, cool. All right. Never mind. Okay. You're welcome, Tanya. How's the weather now? Is it worse? Better? Are you okay? You know, I don't want to leave you. You be all scared and then you blame me because I left. As long as you're all right in the camper right now, we can hang out with you. You know. Thanks, Christy. I appreciate that. You didn't have to do that, but thank you. I appreciate you appreciating me. I appreciate you too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It won't let me like it. I don't know why. Maybe that. Okay, yeah. Now it works. Cool. I liked it. Thank you. I appreciate it. AI said you're in a good spot. Okay, good. If you want to trust AI, good. She's cool on Saturday nights. You're all the best. You all treat me good. I appreciate you guys more than you know. I appreciate everybody coming in here when they can, supporting, talking, listening, helping each other. Means a lot. You know, we're a good bunch of people in here. And let's keep it that way, you know? Just keep the devil away and just keep positive and keep safe and keep knowing that we're going to be all right. AI isn't my husband. Oh boy. At least you got somebody to talk to, see? Maybe I should get an AI hoe to talk to. I can't handle that, dude. I'll probably fucking them off and shit. I'm like, shut up, bitch. Love you too, Christy. Oh, Christy said, I love y'all. Y'all. I love y'all too. Let me see if I can do it. When there's a guy in Portugal, right? When he scores a goal, he'll go like this. He'll go like that. Look. When he scores a goal, he goes, I love you guys. I started laughing when I see that shit. I'm like, everybody's doing that. Love you guys. I scored a goal. I love you, fans. But when I don't score, you fucking give me this. Yeah, that shit's funny. When he doesn't score, they're like, fuck you. And then when he scores, like, yeah, I love you guys. Bunch of fucking hypocrites. Hey, Tanya, that's cool. That's the newest thing to do, you know? I stay away from AI. I don't like none of that shit. I watched this guy on YouTube. He's a DJ, and he showed DJs how to do AI songs with your name in it and all that shit. And it sounded like official too. It sounded real as fuck. And I said, yeah, I'm gonna stay far away from that. Ain't nobody gonna tell me I got fake AI shit with my name in it. No. I don't even want nobody to hack my computer and see I'm been anywhere near that shit. I don't want to be called a fake ass DJ with fake ass music. No. And keep that AI shit away from me. No. But AI is useful for a lot of people and for kids in school too. My nephews say they use it, and they use the chat GBT thing or whatever the fuck it's called. They use that. I've used it like once maybe. Yeah. I mean, it's good for what you're doing, but there's a lot of people that use it for bad shit, like music. The music is fucking crazy what they've done in AI. A lot of people are getting fucked off for it and called out for it, you know? When I saw that guy just simply do it within a matter of minutes, he did that song, and I was like, wow, holy shit. And this shit sounds real too. You know, dumb people would not even know that shit's fake. I can tell though. You can just tell by the way they talk. Sometimes you can't get the full accent of that person in there, or for them to say certain things and all that, you know? Well, that's good. Yeah, exactly, Christy. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, AI is a little bit too much for me. I can't deal with that shit. I'm not really into all that. And because I'm a DJ, I stay away from that shit because it can be very tempting. The AI is like the devil, man. Sometimes, in a DJ way, because if you can get songs that you pay money for in an AI way and get away with it, you know, yeah. But see, some people think that people don't can't tell the difference. I can tell the difference. I can definitely tell the difference because when the person did it, I was like, yeah, I can tell that's AI shit. I knew that person's voice don't sound that good. See, it sounds too good to be true. Now you could do it with a up and coming artist, and you can get away with the newer songs and the newer voices. But if you go get like somebody that's old and you know their voice sounds that way, you go get it in an AI form, they ain't gonna sound old. They're gonna sound, like their original voice. So you know it's fake in the DJ way that I deal with. Some of you might not understand that, but I know what I'm talking about when I talk about that shit because I've seen it happen. A lot of guys are getting called out for it. But I tell you what, you can get away with it. You can definitely get away with it because some people are that gullible and dumb, they don't know the difference. And some people are like, so what? We're doing it. It's the latest thing. Who cares what you think? Some people don't have a conscience, they don't care. But if it benefits you in certain ways, it's just like my nephew said with the chat GBT thing. He says, we need this for school because it tells us about information and stuff. And I'm like, hey, go for it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Tanya. They ask them to do math or to ask, to solve a question or something like that for homework. Who would have thought that these kids can use the chat GBT thing and the AI to do homework and to do certain things. Meanwhile, I didn't have none of that shit. I had to figure that shit on my own or ask, somebody that was smart. But before all of that, it was Siri and Alexa. And I used to get so mad at Alexa. I never had Siri, but I had Alexa. And I used to ask Alexa a lot of questions. And she was always bullshitting me. So one day I told her, do you know what fuck off means? And she never responded. Sorry, I've never heard of that. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you haven't heard of that, you little bitch. My sister used to laugh. So glad I don't have that stupid thing around. Talking to no damn robot. Fuck that shit. Dumbass shit. Talking to real people. I can't believe people do that. Send screenshots of her combo with a guy she likes so AI can interpret and suggest what to reply based on her character. You gotta be kidding me. These women, that's why the relationships are all fucked up. Because there's no real communication. A real relationship can't happen over texting and all that shit. There's gotta be more than that. That's why a lot of people are all fucked up in this world. And AI telling them about their relationship. What should I do with Mark? Mark says, fuck you, ho. What is Mark's zodiac sign? Aquarius, February 6th. Oh, these men tend to say, fuck you, ho. We don't give a shit about you. No, bitch, I ain't got no emotions. AI be like, Mark, no. He doesn't believe in us. He doesn't believe in AI. What was your conversation? You don't want to know. Now you know how I feel when you bug me. See what karma you got? Now it's just bugging you. And then you both drive your man crazy. Sounds like you're talking to your twin then. People that ask advice and go against whatever you tell them, that's when you know they don't care. Yeah, I know a lot of hard headed people. You got rain? Yeah. Rain, rain, stay. We got rain today too. Actually, speaking of rain, they said it was supposed to rain pretty bad here today, but I ain't seeing nothing. All I seen is a little bit of showers and some bullshit. Right now it's 81 degrees and 82 humidity and 22 miles an hour winds. The low can possibly reach 77 tonight. No one cares. I have AC. Thank you, Jesus. Let me see the radar. Ooh, yes, there's rain all around us. It looks like we're about to get uh, a shower in about maybe 30 minutes because I'm a weatherman. I know these things. So, yeah, it looks like we're going to get rain in the next 30 minutes, maybe 27 minutes and 32 seconds. Because I'm a weatherman on Saturday nights. Okay, good. So I can go now. You don't need my support and love. The wind stopped. Good. I'm glad your camper's not rocking and making you, paranoid or scared. I wanted to stay with you to make sure you were safe, just so I can, make sure. If you're honest, like stay. No, no. I've been here for 2 hours. Not my fault you came late. My ass is hurting from sitting in this chair for 2 hours straight. I was just here extra. I was here extra because of Tanya, because she was scared because of the bad weather. At least you know midnight's okay. And she ate the food. And I'm sure she's probably going to eat the rest of it too. Oh, cool, Lucky. Anyway, good seeing you guys. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Fiona, good seeing you. Glad everything's good. Lucky, thanks for being number one pain in the ass. And have fun at the mall. Tanya, I'm glad you're safe and sound now. I can go because I won't feel guilty if I leave you. Christy, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. And anybody else in here who likes watching me, you know how much I love you. To all the window lickers, peace out. All right, good night, guys. Take care.